Good afternoon. I'm County Executive Ken Jenkins, and we are here at the Westchester County Center as part of the nationally accredited and award-winning park system. And it's great to be here with our legislators today to be able to have this opportunity for this exciting moment. Today, we're going to sign into law the Diapers Act. It's DIAPRS, by the way. It stands for Diapers Involve All Parents Regardless of Sex Act, and this might sound like a small change, but it represents something bigger. It's about recognizing that parenting is a shared responsibility. Every parent knows that diaper changes do not, well, they never happen at the most convenient time. For far too long, many fathers, guardians, and caregivers have been left without the proper facilities they need. Not only is that inconvenient, it's unfair. So the Diapers Act changes that by requiring diaper changing stations in all county park bathrooms and at every publicly accessible floor of a county-owned building. This bipartisan law reflects what good government looks like when leaders come together to solve everyday challenges that affect families across Westchester. We want to thank the Board of Legislators for their work in making their legislation a reality. Want to recognize our Department of Public Works and Transportation and for the work that they're going to have to do to identify where those changing stations will be installed in developing an implementation plan. As a parent and a grandparent, I know firsthand that something as simple as a clean, accessible space to change a baby can make a world of difference. So this is a proud day for Westchester County because we're showing what happens when we work together to make life just a bit easier for the people that we serve. So we thank everyone for making this happen. First, we'll introduce the Chairman of the Board of Legislators, Vidat Gashi, who will then go through everyone that has had anything to do with this bill, but more importantly, give the Majority Leader, David Imamura, and then we'll follow straight down the list of legislators that wish to speak, because everyone may or may not today, but to be able to do that and talk about how this was developed and how we have moved from there. So with that, let me turn over to the Chairman, Vidat Gashi. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, County Executive. This is indeed an initiative that came from the legislature, but I do want to thank again County Executive Ken Jenkins for hearing us, working with us, and making sure that this bill gets passed. Times are changing. Modern times require modern solutions. I know that my dad didn't change very many diapers, allegedly, but with my kids, I changed plenty. With this law, I no longer will have the excuse that I don't have a safe, clean space where to do it. And as a parent and as a representative of so many families in Westchester, I'm super proud to see that this is coming through. And with that, I would turn to Majority Leader David Imamura to explain more.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I want to acknowledge the legislators who played critical roles on this particular piece of legislation. I want to acknowledge Legislator Pierce and Legislator Smith, who were some of the prime sponsors of this. I believe in the end, almost every legislator was a co-sponsor of this bill. I also want to acknowledge our departed colleague, Chris Johnson, who originated this idea almost 2 years ago. And then, over the years, the bill took many forms, but he was the one who came up with the idea. So as a county legislator and as a parent of young kids, what I do when I have free time with my kids is I visit county facilities. We will go to the county airport, we will go to county parks, we will go to Playland. And basically for me, it's a way to spend time with my kids, but it's also a way to see if there's something going wrong with county facilities. And the number one thing I noticed initially was that there was nowhere to change my kids' diapers when the time came. And there were many times and many places where I would go to the men's room, put the pad on the floor, and change my son on the floor, right? And because of this bill, because of what we are doing today, we will no longer have to do that. Parents will no longer have to do that, right? We need to have a county government. We need to have county facilities that are open to all, right? And that includes enabling people to change their kids' diapers. So I am thrilled to join with my colleagues in supporting this bill. Thank you so much to everyone who's made this happen, and thank you so much.
Legislator Peters.
Well, thank you. Obviously, you can look at my hair and you can tell that my days of raising my children and changing their diapers are in the past, perhaps scarred from that experience. And so this is not only an important moment for all the dads and grandfathers and anybody who is not getting access to what was traditionally the women's room where you found the changing table when they're out in the world with their kids, but it also is a gift to moms. I do remember my husband feeling very uncomfortable and hesitant of being alone out there with our kids. And that became part of the reason why parenting kind of, as someone said earlier, this is about equal access, equal opportunity. Our parenting responsibilities got carved up in a certain way. My husband was certainly not going to be willing to lay his children down on the floor of a men's room. I've never seen a men's room firsthand, but he tells me that's really not a good idea. I'm sure if you can do it anywhere, it's at our county parks facilities. I will say that, but this is really, really important. It should be the case already. And we know from places that we travel, whether it's rest stops on the highways, the bathrooms at Target or our grocery stores, that there are many, many places where this is not the case. And I'm so proud that we will be able to say that our public-facing county facilities will make certain that this is right for families, so that all families can have that access they need to change their diaper, more hygienic for the rest of us too. It's a win all the way around. Thank you so much. So grateful for the Parks Department for all they do every day for our families, and so this is another feather to put in their cap. Thanks so much.
I just want to thank, of course, the county executive and my colleagues, and also the Parks Department, Public Works Department, and everything else between, but also mothers and fathers, and this is equal access. This is good government, and this is why we're here, helping make people's lives better in every way possible. So once again, thank you to everyone, and this gives opportunity and access to everyone as well. Thank you.
Legislator Williams.
I have to do whatever the county executive says. So he says, Shanae, you have to speak, so I'm speaking. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shanae Williams. I represent District 16, where this man lives. I'm his legislator, and I'm proud of that. And I'm extremely proud of our county. Part of what gives me such pride is the fact that we are a progressive county. We are an inclusive county. And this piece of legislation, the Diapers Act, is exactly that. We are thinking about everyone, regardless of race, gender, sex, ability, and we're making sure that we're protecting families and giving them opportunities to lead the way that they choose to as a family. And I'm proud to have been able to, support my colleagues in this endeavor and vote in support of this. And of course, I want to say, I'm not a parent, but I am a millennial, and I know that one thing millennials care about is easy access and inclusivity, and that's what we're doing. And I think that this will go a long way with younger generations for certain, but everyone can come to Westchester County and know that families have a safe place to be and to care for their children. And this is so wonderful to see. Thank you, County Executive, for signing this act into law. We will continue to move Westchester forward together. Thank you.
Awesome. At this time, we're going to ask the first deputy commissioner here for the Parks, Recreation, and Conservation. Commissioner O'Connor is here, but we're going to have Peter Tartaglia bring the words on behalf of Parks, Recreation, and Conservation, which again is one of the facilities where many of our families come to so many times out of the 18,000 acres, 55 different facilities, and trying to figure out the ways to do that. So at this time, First Deputy Tartaglia.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. On behalf of Kathy O'Connor, the Commissioner, and myself, welcome to the County Center. Babies, moms, dads, and guardians are rejoicing today because we now have a new plan to make sure that all of our visitors have another accommodation. And basically that's what this is about, and that's what the Parks Department is about. It's about accommodating, inclusion, and making life a little easier. Life's tough enough, and when you come to our parks, we want you to forget it, whether you're coming to a show here at the County Center or you're going to one of our pools or beaches or anywhere else in our over 50 facilities. We want it to be as easy as it can for you. Growing up, actually raising two daughters, I found it hard to find places to change them when they were little. A lot of times, even in the malls, running, back to the car or whatever it would be. So what this plan does is basically, we'll look at all of the facilities that we have, and to make sure that there's one place for one place for men's and women's room for changing tables, and/or a family bathroom situation where we could put one. So there's going to be an inventory. I will say that we do have, we are forward-thinking. We do have lots of changing stations in our bathrooms. Some don't have them in the men's, but have them in the women's. Here at the county center, we actually have both. So kudos to Veronica Snyder and the entire staff that's here today from our Parks Department. They always do a great job. But it is about the accommodation, and we're always happy to partner not only with our county executive, but with our Board of Legislators. I like to say this is a functioning county. We have all branches of government functioning together to work with us, the Parks Department, and in the other case here, DPW and T. So we thank everybody very much. Thank you.
Once again, before we wrap up and go to sign and act this law, the reality is, again, that when we do these investments in our facilities, we're here at the county center because the county center is one of the places that has both changing tables in both of the men's and women's room. And when we do this on a normal basis, as we spent close to $150 million in Playland when the restrooms were renovated, both of those restrooms do have changing tables in them. But we have so many facilities that were purchased very long ago, and those facilities, as First Deputy was pointing out, are going to have the opportunity to do inventory and then figure out the things that make sense for that facility. Most of the times, it may be in both restrooms, but sometimes you have to make one up for a family restroom. And again, that's the kind of thing in forward thinking, and again, with the partnership on the Board of Legislators, because we have to make sure that those investments get done and continuing to have the park system be that nationally accredited and award-winning system. Again, thank you for all the legislators. It was certainly a unanimous vote. Legislator Smith and Legislator Erica Lang Pierce were prime movers, as was pointed out. And again, all of the legislators moving forward on this, a lot of times people look at it and say, well, wait, why would we have to do something like this? Again, you don't think about that unless you're in that particular situation. And everyone is not. Fortunately, while I still have a little bit of hair left, my children are way past that stage. But now we have grandson Levi, who's 8 months old, and guess what? They need that changing table. So again, we need to make sure that those things happen. So again, I'm happy to sign this legislation. We're going to do that now. Make sure, again, when you have information, if you see things that are happening, reach out to your county legislator to let them know that this particular facility may not have this, and they will absolutely reach out to the Department of Public Works and Transportation and Parks, Recreation, and Conservation in the Parks case to make sure that we are moving forward on that. It joins the places that we have. We have stations around to make sure that people, if they want to express milk, they can do that in a safe, comfortable space. And this is another way of us making sure all the family is taken care of. I'm County Executive Ken Jenkins. Let's go sign this piece of legislation. We'll do two. How about that? Thank you. Oh, no, come on, legislators. It's your legislation. Squish it. All right. All righty. So, this is Act number 2025-174. It was passed by the County Board of Legislators by a vote of 17-4, 0 against on the 15th day of September 2025. And today is the 10th. Gotta check that. And for those of you that want to make sure to hang out with Legislator Shanae Williams tomorrow morning.
Right.
When's the kickoff?
8:30 a.m.
8:30.
Brook Park. Beautiful county park.
That's right, Tibbetts Brook Park. For domestic violence, raising money for domestic violence, and and for Hope Store specifically, but again, to do that, and again, this is our second annual, second annual.
You're good.
Hey, I read the newsletters. That was the, and Colin and Erica were the initial, okay.
Go to the Street Farm and get pumpkin.
And, okay, cool, right, we are, have a law, Act 2025-174 has been signed, right? We will pass this to the chairman, we know that he will make sure to deliver it with the diapers, and I don't know who, oh, wait, who created the acronym?
I think Marcelo might get the prize.
All right, so we want to make sure to give a shout out for the acronym as well.
Yeah.
We'll give this to legislator Erica Lang Pierce.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you.